The price of silence, a daughter's truth. The scent of lavender still lingered on the faded curtains of the living room, where Caroline Hayes sat with her hands neatly folded in her lap. At 54, she had the quiet dignity of a woman who had spent her life sacrificing with grace. Her salt and pepper hair was pulled into a low bun, and the lines around her eyes hinted at a history far more complex than the gentle smile she wore. Across from her, her 25-year-old daughter, Amber Hayes, was practically glowing. Dressed in a champagne-colored silk blouse and designer jeans, Amber looked like she belonged on the cover of a fashion magazine. Not in this modest two-bedroom apartment that still had carpet from the 90s. "Mom," Amber said with a voice trembling from excitement. "He proposed." Caroline blinked, slowly setting down her teacup. "Who did?" Tyler Lane." Caroline stiffened. She'd only heard the name twice, and both times she'd brushed it off as one of Amber's new city friends. She had no idea they were serious, let alone engaged. "You're engaged?" Caroline repeated, voice soft. Amber beamed. "Yes." "Oh, Mom, it was perfect. He took me to this vineyard just outside the city, rented out the entire place. There were rose petals, string lights, violins. The whole thing. Then he got down on one knee." Caroline's heart gave a small tug. Not from joy, from something else. A flicker of discomfort. "And you said yes," Caroline murmured, more to herself than her daughter. "Of course I did. Tyler is everything I've ever dreamed of. He's smart, ambitious, and, well, you'll see." Caroline nodded slowly. "When do I meet him?" Amber looked away. "Soon. He's busy this week. Big deal closing at his father's firm." "His father's firm?" Caroline asked, arching a brow. "Lane and Cray Holdings." That name hit Caroline like a slap. It was an old name, a powerful name, a name that used to show up in the local paper when someone was arrested, sued, or got richer. "Real estate?" Caroline asked. "Yeah, and international logistics. They have branches in Dubai, Singapore, everywhere. Tyler's been running some of the European operations." "And you two met?" "Where?" Amber flushed. "At a gallery opening. I was helping set up. He said he liked how I arranged the sculpture lighting." Caroline looked down at her lap. There was a tightness in her chest she didn't understand. "That's wonderful," she said finally. Amber smiled again, but this time it was slightly nervous. "Mom, I know you're probably wondering how all this happened so fast, but it felt right. Tyler wants to have the wedding in 6 months. He says life's too short to wait." 6 months. Caroline tried to breathe through it. "That's fast," she admitted. "I know. But it's going to be incredible. We've already started looking at venues. There's this place in Napa Valley." "Napa Valley?" Caroline interrupted, eyes widening. "Yeah, he wants a destination wedding. He says money's no object, but—" Amber paused, looking at her mother carefully. "I might need your help, too." "Just a little?" Caroline's stomach dropped. "Help?" she asked, her voice barely above a whisper. Amber took a deep breath, her tone softening. "Just with some things. The dress, the planner deposit, flights for your side of the family. Tyler's covering most of it. How much are we talking about?" Caroline asked. Amber hesitated. "The planner wants a deposit of $10,000. Then maybe another $20,000 for the venue reservation. But that can be paid in parts." $20,000? Caroline echoed, her eyes glassing over. "Mom, please," Amber said, reaching out. "I know it's a lot, but this is my only wedding. I want it to be perfect. You always told me to dream big, didn't you?" Caroline felt the room spin just slightly. The years rushed back. The second jobs. The sleepless nights helping Amber with homework after working late shifts. Skipping meals so Amber could go on school trips. Selling her grandmother's jewelry to pay for Amber's university fees. "I did," Caroline said quietly. "I did tell you to dream big. But dreams shouldn't cost more than someone's life savings." Amber's face twisted in frustration. "Why are you being like this? You should be happy. Your daughter is marrying into one of the most powerful families in the state." "I am happy, Amber, but I can't fund a wedding I have no place in." Amber blinked. "What do you mean?" Caroline looked her daughter squarely in the eyes. "Have you introduced me to his parents? Have I had dinner with them? Do they even know your mother lives in a 2-bedroom apartment above a laundromat?" Amber opened her mouth, then closed it. Caroline continued, her voice steady. "You want me to invest money into a fantasy I haven't even been invited to believe in? That's not love." "Sweetheart, that's performance." Amber's jaw clenched. You don't get it. You've never been around people like Tyler. In that world, you have to present a certain way. It's not about shame, it's about fitting in.